Good day, and thank you very much for coming out for another edition of Coffee with AJ.
That was good.
Little Timmy's today, actually. Today we have Jason Krist of Invis out. He's a mortgage specialist with Invis. How you doing today, Jason?
Doing very well.
Good. Thanks for coming out today.
My pleasure.
Today, Jason is going to be discussing when the right time to refinance your mortgage is. So, Jason, when would that time be?
Well, really, the right time to refinance is actually at your renewal date. But life happens. Everybody's situation changes, so most people do make a change before their term's up. And statistically, around 30% of people that have a 5-year fixed rate mortgage make a change before that 5 years. So that mortgage term doesn't actually make it to the maturity date.
So 70% of the people end up...
70% of people end up paying a large penalty, unfortunately.
And what's the benefit of paying a penalty to refinance?
The potential benefit of paying your penalty is that you are going to continue to save money. Most people, what I find is when they've actually signed their mortgage term, their previous mortgage term, they've actually been most worried about what's my payment, what's my interest rate. They're actually not really well informed about the potential penalty to get out of your mortgage should, should your life situation change, you have kids, or say you do get into credit card debt. What most people end up doing is they end up spraying, what little money or their hard-earned money, and they end up spraying that at a bunch of high interest debts. So what we do is we look at their whole situation and we find out that we pay this penalty, we consolidate it in, we get you a much lower payment based on the terms and the rates of today's mortgages, and we basically make a sound financial decision.
And then can I roll some of my credit card debt into the new mortgage, or?
Yeah, in Canada right now we're able to refinance up to 90% loan to value, and that's part of the new mortgage rules that came in April of this year, 2010. And what that does is it doesn't allow us as Canadians to use our equity as kind of an ATM. We can't go higher than 90%, so they do guard against getting yourself in trouble again and again. Okay. Once you've refinanced a 90% loan to value, you can roll your credit card debts and you can roll a line of credits. And it really does depend, and that's why I suggest sitting down and actually going through a list of your debts and finding out what the highest interest rate ones are and getting rid of them.
And are you able to help me figure out a direct route to take to try and consolidate my debts and make my loan payments less?
Yes, basically what we would do is we would sit down and go over a complete application, and that way with a complete application I know what's going on. And you know what, the biggest thing I say is don't be afraid. If step one is really getting over that hurdle of, I've actually, maybe I have gotten some extra debts that I really want to get rid of. So we go through that and we make sure that we're making the right decision, and we make sure that it's actually making sense to do, because if it was a situation where maybe the penalty was still too great, or we're not going to roll in a 0.9% financing on a car into your mortgage. It just doesn't make sense. So we go through it and we make sure that you're going to have manageable mortgage payments and still be able to live your life.
Cool. So I know how to get a hold of you. How do these guys get a hold of you if they want to look into this?
You can reach me at my email, jason@mortgagenurse.com, or you can give me a call on my cell at any time. I'm always available, 604-785-8171. And like I say, I'm happy to come and meet you. It takes as little as 15 minutes over the phone or in person, and we can really find out if you could be saving a lot of money on a monthly basis.
And here at Extreme Realtor, let me just also offer that if you're interested in coming to meet with us, we can have it set up so Jason comes and meet with you at the same time, even including financial planners and anybody else that is in the specialty neighborhood that you'd like to talk to. Thank you very much for stopping in at Coffee with AJ. Hope to see you back soon. And as you know, as always, ExtremeRealtor.ca is taking customer service to new heights. Land you the deal.